Airbnb and thinking about getting a business loan, this video is for you. Not from a bank's perspective and not from a lender's perspective, but from someone who's worked with hosts, creators, and real people making this business work day in and day out. Business loans aren't magic, but they can be a really smart tool to level up your Airbnb, only if you know what you're doing. In this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step when it makes sense, when it doesn't make sense, and how to actually make it work with a business loan so you don't mess up your cash flow or your peace of mind. What is an Airbnb business loan? So let's get clear on what we mean when we talk about a business loan. An Airbnb business loan is funding you use to support or grow your short-term rental operation. That could mean new renovations, new properties, marketing, or just plugging seasonal gaps. You're not taking out a loan to survive, remember that. You're using it to invest with the intention of generating a nice, solid return. It might come from a bank, a private lender, or even peer-to-peer platforms. The important part, it's designed for business use with repayment structures, tax implications, and terms that reflect that. Here's how most serious hosts use a business loan. Upgrading interiors. This can help to justify higher nightly rates and improve guest reviews. Covering slow season dips. Even when bookings may be slow, it's really important to be able to keep your operations tight. Acquiring a second or a third property. When you're ready to expand your business, a loan can be incredibly helpful. Investing in tools, adding things like pricing automation, cleaning software, or guest messaging platforms can really take your Airbnb business to the next level. Emergency repairs, issues like HVAC problems or water damage can seriously hurt your business, and a loan is a great way to deal with emergencies without killing your cash reserves. The key word here is leverage. Leverage. You're borrowing with a clear plan to make that money work harder than sitting in your savings account doing nothing. Now, mitigating risk. Let's be smart about this. A business loan isn't an easy win button. Used incorrectly, it's a complete liability. Used well, it's leverage. So here's how to reduce your downside. Forecast based on worst case revenue, not best. Avoid borrowing just to get by, and make sure you have a clear investment angle. Start with smaller loan amounts before jumping in the deep end with much larger sums. Keep your business and personal finance separate from day one. Never intertwine them. Build an emergency buffer before you take on monthly repayments. Remember, this is about control. You want the loan to help you scale, not force you to hustle harder just to keep your head above the water. When it comes to loan type, you've got a few good options here. SBA loans. Low interest, long terms, but really tough to qualify and very slow to process. Business line of credit. Flexible cash access, only pay interest on what you use. Short-term business loans. Very fast approval, higher interest, good for emergencies or short flips. Home equity line of credit. So if you own the property, this is one of the most cost-effective ways to borrow. Revenue-based financing, approval based on your actual Airbnb income. Useful if your credit score isn't perfect, but your bookings are solid. Whatever direction you decide to go, be sure to pick based on speed, cost, and flexibility, and match it to the problem you're solving. Now, when does it make sense to actually get a loan? A business loan makes sense when you're on the offense, not defense. It's not about bailing you out, it's about scaling what's already working. So when should you seriously consider it? Here are 4 signs. 1. You've hit a ceiling and know that extra cash unlocks so much more revenue. 2nd, you've run the numbers and the ROI is crystal clear. 3rd, you've got consistent bookings, strong reviews, and clear operational control. 4th, you want to move fast on an opportunity, like acquiring a property or upgrading before peak season. Getting a loan is all about multiplying what's working, not hoping money will solve broken fundamentals. Before you apply, here's what most lenders want to see. Proof of Airbnb income, ideally 12 months or more. A business plan or breakdown of how you'll use the funds. Property details, whether you own or rent with permission. Sometimes tools like AirDNA can really help you back up your performance data. Show you've got that control, not just ambition. Lenders really respect results and are more likely to lend to someone who has clearly outlined their plan before moving forward. Getting a loan isn't necessarily an upside. It can come with serious downsides that you really need to consider before you apply. So let's break down the pros and cons. Pros: much faster growth, potentially tax-deductible interest, better guest experience means higher reviews and many more bookings. Keep your personal savings untouched. Now for the cons: monthly repayment pressure, interest adds up fast if your ROI isn't tight, limited flexibility if bookings suddenly drop, and some loan types require personal guarantees, adding much more risk. Look, this isn't a silver bullet, it's a business decision. Treat it like one. Look, a business loan isn't for every single Airbnb host, but if you've got solid numbers, smart systems, and a clear growth plan, it can be that edge that pushes your setup from good to next level. Think long term, plan properly, and make your money work harder than you do. If you found value in this video, feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.